Alrighty. We should be going. I've closed the lid on this PS2, so hopefully it will start reading this disc.
Alright.
Ah, the PS2. It was a good era of video games.
Was. Whoop. Oh no.
Oh,
I was trying to hit the mute button on the stream and instead I hit the next button.
oh no! You don't know where that'll take you.
It took me to, I think, us watching the E3 thing for Nintendo. Oh.
This is a very weird Crystal Dynamics logo.
It was a weird time.
Hold on.
It was a weird Eidos logo. Eidos?
Eidos, I think. Hold on, because this is not right.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh no, what did you do?
So, because the upscaler just stretches things to 16 by 9.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to look at this size thing and figure out what 4 by 3 but still 720p is. Actually, hold on. I think I can do... What if I do... These are things that I probably should have... Well, that's not right.
These are things you should have looked at before you started streaming, are you saying?
Yeah. Wait, this isn't... Hold on. Whoops. Let's see if I can remember.
I have no idea if it's the right thing. This Wikipedia thing says 960 by 720.
That's as good a guess as any. That looks great, actually. Perfect. That looks right.
I'm waiting for it to kick in because I'm still on a stream. Oh god, there we go. Wait, nope. Okay.
Let's see. It's in bonus materials. Oh, the making of Soul Reaver 2. That'll be fun later.
Yeah. Later, when you find all the parts that are probably terrible that I've forgotten about this game. Because I remember this game being good, if puzzle heavy. But the important thing is, they aren't block puzzles.
Remember the end of Soul Reaver?
I do. It was pretty cool. Oh, and later you can watch the Blood Omen 2 preview.
Yeah.
And see what you're getting in for. That can be like a teaser. Also, yeah, this is... I like that this cutscene is just the whole last boss battle of Soul Reaver. And also covers everything you really needed to know that happened in Soul Reaver. Which actually makes this kind of a good point to jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that this cutscene is just the final fight against Kain, but now in cutscene form.
And also, you know, up-res, because...
As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons.
And if I do see so, these are some alright looking cutscenes.
Yeah. For 2000 and...
Whenever.
4?
Oh, I should probably find out. Wait, well, the YouTube thing says 2001.
Oh yeah, no, 2001.
Yep. It's a pretty good 2001 cutscene. That's a pretty good That's a pretty good not Stargate up there.
Yep.
I like this one cutscene has more color than the entirety of Soul Reaver did.
Look, man, PlayStation 1 was not a powerhouse.
Yeah, but it was a workhorse.
That's true.
PlayStation 1 got shit done.
Punch him. Get him.
accurate representation of how this fight went for you. Of Kain just manhandling you.
Oh shit.
Their agenda was the same as ours.
As always, Raziel, your shit is weak. Horrible little vampire elf man.
Whoa, time.
It's like Spawn and Nightcrawler had a baby.
Yeah.
But it's a cool design. And Raziel's a cool character. Even if he is kind of a shit.
Before this drama unfolds.
Doing sick
Oh, that is totally
flips.
just a Stargate up there.
I like how it's the final boss of Soul Reaver, but they just kind of cut out the boss part. And it's just, yeah, Kain kind of kicked your ass and then jumped in the time hole, and then you jumped in the time hole afterwards.
I mean, that's kind of what happened. Like, you hit him a few times and then you just left.
And then this guy showed up.
Welcome to your destiny.
Also cheating because I remembered that I can actually just make my TV do 4x3, so now I have
In your case,
4x3 on both the stream and my TV, so I'm not playing it all stretched. No,
Nice.
my sword.
very well.
Bitch.
Mobius, you dick.
If you prefer, I use my bare hands.
Yeah, loading screen.
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables
Raziel just
our
running and
mind,
shoving imaginary children out of the way.
helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean, you know.
And Mobius' character model suddenly looks a lot more impressive.
Man.
Facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are.
Like he was like a weird blocky nightmare back in Soul Reaver 1. The graphics jump is real and pretty gigantic.
But you don't.
Are you so certain of that?
My role as Time Guardian brought me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me.
A certain level of omniscience means you're not omniscient.
I do have a small request,
Uh-huh.
which is there any way you can make the game audio slightly louder on the stream?
I can.
Raziel.
Because I can't really hear it.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close. Oh, please. Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the circle.
That sick
the most
painting of
depraved
Vorador
and
murdering
decadent
everyone.
Example
Yeah.
of this old degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
Wait,
And you somehow
What?
survived this massacre?
that didn't
and 2
happen,
others.
though.
What are you
The
talking about?
circle was devastated. Only we 3 were
Because
spared.
Kain killed all the Guardians. Vordor only killed
You'll
one of
forgive
them.
me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me.
Hey, Raziel's like, hey, wait a minute.
Deceit. And
Well,
who has
because
slandered
remember
me,
how
sir?
Malik was like a weird ghost
Your
man in armor?
malefactor,
Yeah.
Kain,
The reason he was a
the
weird
one who
ghost man in
betrayed
armor
and
is because
destroyed
Mordor
you,
snuck in and
our
murdered like
common
half the
enemy.
circle.
Yeah,
Consider
And Malik
us
couldn't
short.
protect them.
but I thought he's talking about the Guardians of the
We'll
Pillars.
forget about rekindling
That's
our
who the circle were.
friendship then. But consider
Ah,
the alliance
wait.
based
And then they
on
got
our
new
common
Guardians, and then those are the ones Kain had to go with.
ground.
Oh, okay.
Dead. I can help you.
And Kain got all of them
want to
as
know
opposed to
them,
just
old
the
man?
few that Mordor.
I know all about
Mordor got
your
like half of
sordid
them.
little schemes.
And that's why they were so pissed at
You're
Malik, was he
simply
was supposed to be there
out of
protecting them.
this world.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his
Look at this
terrible
JPEG of
selfish
Kain.
decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives,
Check it out in my
all
sick
of
Legion
Nosgoth
Season
is
2
in peril.
finale viewing
You
screen.
may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Bye.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I have not yet discovered.
Whoop. For some reason,
I like that Mobius spent that whole conversation being like relatively okay, and then at the end was just like, by the way, I'm super evil, out.
oh boy, controller's having a little bit of a freak out here. It's fine. All right, man. You know what's super nice?
Mm-hmm.
Being able
Being able
to
to
move.
control the camera with an analog stick.
Yeah. So I can't go here yet.
Man, what if they gave you the analog camera control, but it was all inverted? There was no way to change it.
I'd get used to it, but I'd still.
Yeah. But yeah, the basic deal was, way back when the Seraphan were all like, man, we like killing us some vampires. And then Volador was like, you guys are dicks, I'm gonna sneak in and kill the guys leading the Seraphan, who were a bunch of members of the Circle, Pillar Guardians or whatever. And Malik wasn't there, Volador killed him, and then the Seraphan were like, oh, that sucks. Malik, you suck, we're gonna turn you into like an armor wraith now. And then, you know, time passes, Kain goes back in time to murder that one king, and the Seraphan got kind of a resurgence in the form of horrifying mob violence via Mobius' weird plans. And that's when they offed for it.
Oh man, I can just like stab dudes with my hands and get them. That's
So I
nice.
think this is actually the mob violence era we are currently in. Like, this is end of... I think this is into Blood Omen 1.
That would make sense considering that like there was They were talking about how the pillars were still standing.
Also, yeah, you can totally just murder people with your hands now. And also, these dudes ain't vampires.
That's true.
So they would also just bleed out. You don't even really have to execute these guys or impale them or whatever.
But I want to.
You can. It's always an option.
Also, it just seems like you kind of auto-impale, because I've just kind of been mashing square, and it'll do the triangle impale attack at the end.
It works out. It's a really good impale. Just charge punch to the chest. I think you might not lose your health anymore when you're at full health in this one. Like, I think in this one you don't need the Soul Reaver, it's just having full health makes it stick.
I think because we're still in the tower, like, I'm still being affected by more
Yeah.
the
The orb is messing up your Soul
I
Reaver.
discovered
Yeah,
evidence
for tutorial
of my
purposes.
former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt.
So hey, check out the
and
size of your
defiled
health
me.
bar to start with.
Yeah, it's like the ending of Soul Reaver 1 size.
Yeah, it's almost like you didn't lose all of your abilities, except Constrict.
I like to imagine, like, Mobius was just like, what is this shit? And then just time traveled it out of you. Well, I also noticed that I don't think I have the, oh, Jesus. The dodge forward attack.
Oh.
Oh, I decapitated that man.
Rough. You've got a kick now.
Yeah. I'm glad that you still just T-pose into...
Yeah, it's the only way to travel.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could
T-pose to
feel the
assert
strength
dominance
of the
over
Soul
iron
Reaver
bars.
slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful
Man, that
advantage
warping
over
effect
his
still looks so
enemies.
good.
It really
I
does.
finally
It's like,
understood how
it's also like
Mobius's
legitimately
crusade could
impressive.
decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. Why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Yeah, you got your sword back.
Seize him.
Oh, and then I lost it immediately. Just like Soul Reaver 1. Man.
These lady guards are messing you up.
They are.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp.
There's just a long chain of that lady comboing you that was really
The
funny to me.
disturbance seemed to emanate
Fair.
from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously
It was like you'd take a step towards her and then
sense
she'd
of
just
dislocation
like swat you in the side of the head
intensified
with a
each
spear. It's like, hey, no, back.
So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was
look at that
reminded
cool
of
screen effect.
Kain's journey as a
Look
fledgling
at that
vampire.
cool stained glass
How
of
Mobius
Kain
coerced
fighting
him to
William the
travel
Just.
back in history to
Yeah.
assassinate William.
You couldn't
Thus
tell back in the
igniting
PS1 days, but
genocidal
William just was
hatred of
fucking fishy.
vampires among
Yeah, he
the
is.
citizens of
Look at that
Moscow.
guy. He actually looks a lot
And
like
here
human
I
Kain,
discovered
weirdly.
the source of the displacement. the Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me,
William that just looks like a fucking
became
Final
my
Fantasy
symbiotic
character.
weapon.
Yeah.
Silver hair and everything.
And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell.
And hey, remember how the Soul Reaver
watched,
broke back in
as the
Blood Omen 1 when you beat William?
Yeah.
It snaked down
And I mentioned that might come up again later.
And look, it has.
Its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit, was now fully aroused. And for the
Hot.
first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity. Willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore
Soul
the
Reaver on
blade.
Soul Reaver action.
But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host. And just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for
Like the
control.
dude in the background, just like, Raziel. Like,
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
good
Right,
facial
yes.
expressions.
I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling.
Tried
Mobius.
tweaking my mic setup
Has your
again, but I feel like it's not
confidence abandoned you?
working as well as I'd
You
hoped.
seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel.
I
You
tried
don't know what you're doing.
flipping the arm
I have
around, but it
taken an
doesn't
enormous
quite work
risk
as
by
well
appearing here before
backwards.
you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes. The
Six
wheel of fate
zingers.
demands it.
What did you say?
Oh, Mobius is such a
Wheel of
heel.
fate. The inexorable cycle of death.
The
and rebirth,
wheel of
to which
fate
all
is
men are
turning.
compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel.
Rebel
To strike
one.
me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel.
He just chucked the Soul Reaver on the ground.
Destroy him.
Yep.
In the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were
Just leave
once a
that shit.
Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of
He
that.
did the skeevy hands.
He
I
did.
could now summon the blade at will, regardless of
Raziel
my
really
strength.
should have stabbed that guy.
But once
Probably.
summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, And if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
I really need him to pick better phrasings. Oh no, my health bar!
Yeah, it's almost like Soul Reaver just fucked you up.
Rude.
Soul Reaver just gave you the full Samus Aran.
I need that health bar though.
Also, I don't know what your problem is with Raziel's phrasing. I don't even remember how you increase your health bar in this game.
That's fine.
Yeah, now you just got Soul Reaver no matter what your health bar is like.
Yeah.
As much as that's helping you right now. I'm just trying.
I did a sick launcher. Well, I guess we're going backwards. Or not. Or no, right. I really like that the map is a spell, and also that that is the map.
No, I don't even remember the map in this game. This is exciting. Oh, world map. Was not expecting that.
One what? Oh, hello. Nope, that's still not open. That's cool. Welcome to the Soul Reaver stream where TFB spends 2 hours getting out of the first area.
Oh, I don't remember where to go.
That's fine.
I feel like there's a window you jump out of or some dumb shit like that, but I think that might be wrong.
Oh. I've literally backtracked to the beginning. I thought I could be clever and, you know, like we're getting more modern and I probably don't need as much of a walkthrough, but clearly I was mistaken. Unless I can, like, phase through this gate and then there's a re-physicalizing gate in between the gate and the door so I can go through the door.
Alright, So remember that room where you got the Soul Reaver back?
Yeah.
The cathedral? Apparently you were just supposed to leave through a door in that room. There's just a door.
Great.
So you apparently need to go back there. And then look for a door.
Look with your special eyes.
Yes. With your spectral eyes.
I see what you did there.
Ugh. I really appreciate that this has already happened, so that the people can know exactly what they're in for.
That I have the best sense of direction.
Yeah.
I know exactly where I'm going all the time.
Mm-hmm. At least they made it easier to phase through bars.
That's true.
I also appreciate that when you're in the spectral realm, the souls have like these skull faces.
Little skull faces. You just suck them up and they just go, such a lust for revenge!
I mean, that is basically all Raziel has driving him now.
That's true.
All revenge all the time.
There's one.
Whoop.
World is a fuck, 10,000 dead vampires.
Only 10,000?
The thing said leave through the southern door.
Ah. I have a compass, so southern door is actually helpful.
And then it says, get the Soul Reaver back. It says exit through the southern door. And then kill a single swordsman, run down the hallway, and go through the door. So,
Oh wait, southern door was... Oh no.
the lady with a spear is beating you up.
Make your mad guess where the southern door is.
Is it locked?
No, it's the door that I went through already.
No. Why is this lady beating you up so bad?
Because I'm bad at Soul Reaver combat, okay?
Stab her! You got a Soul Reaver. Hit her with a Soul Reaver. I do appreciate the Soul Reaver makes people explode now again.
Yeah, it's a little irritating because it also explodes their weapons.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think that's the right southern door.
Yeah, it seems like it's not. Because it just said you'd be in a hallway.
I mean, I
So
was
I'm
in a
thinking
hallway.
that maybe this person was not actually using their compass when they said southern door. Which would make this a terrible guide.
That would be a
They
terrible
didn't put
guide.
IG in, so that's what I'd expect. We find another guide. This one has a trophy on it. I'm assuming that means it's a good guide.
Probably. Unless maybe there's a southern door. Wait,
So this was the
Found
legendary
it.
Janos Ordrin, reputed to
Yay.
have been the most ancient and
What direction do you have to go
vampires
before
that ever
you were-
existed. According to folklore,
Was it actually to the
he
south?
lived
Yeah.
high in the cliffs of
Okay.
Nosgoth's northern
it's just slightly
mountains,
western,
preyed
south, or
mercilessly on the defenseless villages below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarathan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still living
Oh, you just had to
body.
go through the gate.
Yeah.
This relic came to be known
Okay.
as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife.
the Heart of
The
Darkness.
Sarathan therefore
Hey, remember the Heart
guarded
of
carefully,
Darkness?
lest the
I
heart
do
fall
remember
into
the Heart
hands
of
the
Turns out the
Darkness.
Heart of Darkness
But
was
I
vaguely
wondered,
important.
Could Janos
And also
Ordrin
would totally
truly
a
have been as
thing.
monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic
That fucked up
license by
vampire
the
man they took that
Sarathan,
of.
who sought to lionize them
Also,
by
isn't the
demonizing
like the
their
Janos
dark
guy that they keep talking about? Wasn't he like a weird hobo
Yeah.
in Blood Omen?
Yeah, he was like a weird vampire recluse who lived up in the mountains. But I want to say in Blood Omen, I think he was dead by then.
No, because I thought he was like a weird hobo.
You never met him.
I thought we did.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm 99.9% sure you never met him in Blood Omen 1. He was totally dead by the time Blood Omen 1 started. And he never appeared in the part where he went back in time. You mean like the Oracle? Because that was Mobius.
No, like I know that was Mobius, but like there's just like a weird hobo in one of the towns. It was
He was
just
definitely not living in a town. He was a crazy giant blue vampire man with wings.
But like Kain could turn into a human.
Yeah.
Why couldn't this guy turn into a human?
He's got wings. Those are hard to
Strange
hide.
how my history came full circle. This chapel,
I go
I
check the
realized,
wiki for
was a
you.
memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself.
You don't
All
have
of us
to.
martyred here,
I've got to.
and then so
I've got to fact
cruelly
check this LP.
profaned by
Sometimes it's
Kain,
more fun
who
when I'm just
imposed his
wrong.
gift
Also, I have to
on noble corpses.
hold on.
For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become, and a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
Janos Audrin, first appearance, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2. Eat all of the shit. There's a lot of noise as you fight with this microphone stand thing. Oh, okay. I'm just hearing horrible noises. What's the Dark Chronicle? Isn't Dark Chronicle the name of Dark Cloud in Japan? I feel like... Yeah, it is. Oh, Dark Chronicle is the name of Dark Cloud 2, apparently. But not Dark Cloud 1. Weird. Apparently it's Dark Cloud, then Dark Chronicle. Okay. Alright, have fun. I'll just look through this Wikipedia article for Dark Chronicle, which was a fun game. GameSpot's Brad Shoemaker scored the game 9 out of 10, calling it one of the finest games released for the PlayStation 2 so far, and an aesthetic masterpiece. He praised the variety of the gameplay, writing, "There's so much to do that it's almost overwhelming," and concluded that Dark Cloud 2 is simply a class act all the way. Every element of the game, from the Giorama system to the weapon upgrading to the interaction with a large cast of characters, displays a polish and attention to quality that you find only in real classics. How's it going over there? No, I didn't realize that level 5 games were the dudes what were behind the Yokai Watch stuff. And apparently Dragon Quests 8 and 9. They were behind 3 Ni no Kuni games. I did not realize there were 3 Ni no Kunis. Well, according to this, there was a DS game, and then, then a PS3 game, and then a PS4 game. So, Ni no Kuni 2 was actually 3 no Kuni.
Well, the DS one and the PS3 one were like roughly the same, actually, which is weird. Okay, the Dark Chronicle is just the cutscenes.
Oh, okay.
Also, I've quote-unquote fixed this microphone stand.
Okay.
I've not fixed this microphone stand remotely, but I am done messing with it for the moment.
You're going to call it fixed?
Yeah.
What is exactly the problem with it?
For some reason, the little, like, grippy, twisty thing isn't gripping. Like, the clamp just won't stick to anything at the moment, and I don't know why.
So yeah, the deal with Janos Audrin is that no, he did not appear in Blood Omen. He's dead by then. And there were rumors that you could use his stupid undead heart to turn people into vampires. And, like, bring vampires back to life and shit.
The Heart of Darkness.
You wouldn't know anything about.
Did,
It's like you could restore life, but it was vampire life.
did Kain give Raziel the Heart of Darkness?
I don't know. We'll have to play the game to find out. But isn't it weird that Janos Audrin is all like blue and has wings?
Yeah. And
Weird.
I'm
Haven't seen
blue
the
and have
vampires look
wings.
like that.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't have wings anymore because Kain, like, fucked them up.
Well, yeah. But you got like flaps.
I
You
do.
got skin flaps.
I can use them as a funky parachute.
Look at all these portraits of people hanging out.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
I think they already said they were the Seraphan.
Yeah. But which Seraphan?
All of them?
It's the bosses from Game 1 and Raziel.
So
Those are portraits
all
of all of you guys.
all of them?
I mean, just the captains, because all the people you've been killing are Seraphan too. Seraphan wasn't just like a small group of people, it was like a whole vampire killing organization. And they were just the
I
leaders.
emerged,
This is pretty.
and for the first time beheld
It's a pretty game.
Nosgoth in
I
its
don't know if you know that
former
about it.
glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality. And I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve
See,
his own petty
Nosgoth
life
was
and
a pretty
ambition,
place
heedless
before
of
it
the
got all
profound
fucked.
cost.
Looks like a Bob Ross
Suffering
painting.
deepened my resolve.
Shh, a little.
I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Do I still have the ability to swim?
Probably.
We're gonna find out. I do! Uh-oh.
The important question is if you have the ability to find a save point. Because, spoilers, this game has save points.
Oh.
Yeah, no more Soul
Oh,
Reaver 1
God.
getting all... Oh?
It's like MGS2 swimming over here.
But you don't have to breathe, so that's a plus.
That is a plus.
And it's a good thing you don't have, like, an air limit, because Raziel's just full open trachea over here.
Oh, wait. Oh no. Swim up, stupid. Thank you.
As I passed this
Raziel's
arcane
weird
landmark, a
face
wisp of the
always reminds
Reaver's
me of,
energy was drawn to the ring,
this one
illuminating it.
vaguely obscure
This
X-Men
created a
character called
beacon of
Chamber,
sorts in the spirit world. If
whose
ever
power
I
was
found
basically that he could
myself
shoot,
depleted
like,
in the
energy
spectral
blasts
realm,
from his
and
mouth.
my soul tossed
But when
in
his
the
power
ethereal
first,
winds,
like, popped up,
these
it just
beacons
blew
would
his
draw
entire
me back
chest
to
and lower
safety
jaw
and
off.
restore me.
Well, that sucks.
So his whole chest and lower jaw area is just like a giant flaming maw.
Have these save points?
The save points are like big and super noticeable.
Okay.
I want to say the little snake ring things are just like checkpoints.
Well, there was like a weird pot that I've seen like a couple lying around.
No, I think the save points are like,
They're like
God, I want to say they're like super big, ostentatious looking things.
they're like Blood Omen save points.
Yeah, like it's a full-on like. So if I remember right, they are literally like big curved things that look vaguely like the Soul Reaver in like obelisk form.
By the way, check out Raziel's butt.
Or what's left of it.
Oh boy. Oh, okay,
here.
yeah, no, I see one.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I was literally about to post a picture of one just in case so you know what they look like for the future, but yeah. No, they stand out.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously
So I want to put out they're
attuned
also
to
known
my
by the name
spiritual
Save
essence.
Obelisk.
By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
It's literally talking about, hey, it's a save point. You can use it to go back to if you die, and also if you stop playing, you just resume from here.
While I had only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the
Surely this odd
entrance.
crystal won't come back ever again.
Absolutely not. Especially not since you've seen it over like 3 separate doors by now.
Why did this lady call me a thief?
Yeah.
This lady called me a thief.
I mean, you look vaguely thiefy. You've got a scarf wrapped around your face.
It's very rude.
If I lived in a weird fantasy world and I saw Raziel, I'd probably think he was a thief. At least a rogue of sorts. Potentially some kind of dark elf.
A drow.
Maybe.
Oh, that dude's got a gun.
Yeah, he does.
Gu-
Science, motherfucker.
Gun ain't shit, though.
Well, I mean, it's like an old gun.
And also, I'm a cool vampire. Vampire ghost. Went surprisingly well. That combat encounter.
Combat, not so bad in this game. At least not yet.
I'm just
There are a
bad
few parts
at it.
later on. There are a few parts later on that might get dicey. Look, I don't mean to alarm you, but these humans might not be the most threatening thing you have to fight over the course of the game.
What? Oh
Enemies
god.
may, in fact, get harder.
I don't know. That guy did a sick jump.
It's all to get you ready for the riveting combat of Blood Omen 2.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
Kind of excited.
This is a very peaceful stream.
That man is shooting you a lot.
That's fine.
I mean, this game has a really relaxing mood. Like, for a game where you're beheading people and there are a bunch of bodies staked around everywhere, like, it's very calm.
I was just gonna say, because when I think about, you know, chill video game experiences, lo-fi hip-hop video game experiences to chill and study to, a game series that takes place in a continent called Nosgoth is high up on that list.
I mean, I'd hang out in a place called Nosgoth.
I mean, yeah, but
You think gods can't relax?
no,
Is that what you're trying to say?
yes. I knew goths in high school. They were the least relaxed people I knew.
I mean, just because they veer wildly between relaxed and anxious. Like, when they're not crazy stressed out, they'll relax.
Oh my god, do these dogs have, like, helmets? That's adorable.
Yep, they're vampire hunting dogs.
Well,
But yeah, like, look at Townsend. He's relaxed 99% of the time, and then the rest of the time he's shaking madly as he tries to roll dice.
I mean, he is an executive goth, so he should know.
Yeah. Side note, I have not been keeping up with the latest Critical Role campaign, but I did just catch a clip on YouTube of apparently there's some kind of fake presidential election going on between Liam O'Brien and Sam Riegel.
I've heard about this.
And Ashley Johnson laid the sickest burn on Sam Riegel I think I've ever heard,
Oh no.
where she referred to him as a donkey wearing a Jeff Goldblum mask.
That's real good.
It's really good. And he looked like he just had his heart torn out and stomped on. He was just sulking the rest of the night.
I saw art of the Critical Role recently that was just Matt Mercer with a big face palm. I'm always down for big facepalm Matt Mercer.
I mean, playing with those guys, he's gonna do a lot of it. Also, I think you can just throw that sword at that guy if you have to. Okay, you killed him, but still. I think you might still have your projectile
These
stuff.
vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former humanity.
I don't remember if they
In
took that
this
away
era,
between games.
Vampires were clearly
Like, I know
not
you can
the
throw items, but I
uncontested
don't know if you still
predators
have your
we had.
telekinetic shot.
These creatures were hunted mercilessly
you should.
and oppressed.
Also, wait, why are
And
these
while I
birds
still
turning into
believed
ghosts?
I don't know.
vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out.
Oh wait, I think I remember now,
There
actually.
was nothing noble or
Are they not
righteous in
real
this
birds?
I think they
This
might not
was
be real
simply
birds.
Are they
ruthless
nupraptor
persecution.
birds?
I think they might be like Vorador birds.
For the record, when I try to do my telekinetic blast, I just do the sick overhead chop.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh wait.
maybe you don't, or maybe it's performed differently. Like, maybe you get it later.
Oh wait, no,
I know
that's
you will
just
get
eating.
it back. So, yep, that's a lot of dead vampires. Let's get this one. Fucking dogs.
They're cute with their anti-vampire helmets.
They will sneak up on you.
Yeah.
Since we're a vampire ghost count, apparently.
I mean, vampires in the name. Oh my god, lady.
Do you think Raziel, like, has a smell?
Probably.
Because he makes a body out of nothing, right? So he shouldn't smell like anything, yeah?
But if he makes a body out of nothing, then he probably is like, oh, I need to smell, so he makes like a weird ghost vampire smell. That's what I would.
Ghost vampire smells like.
It's like a rotting vampire. I don't know.
Yeah. It's unpleasant. Because he's just like Dr. Manhattaning himself a body out of whatever's around, I guess. So maybe he would just smell like dirt.
I hit that lever, but I don't know what that lever did.
Did it maybe open one of the bars on that door?
No? Let's try hitting it again.
Oh, I think it's because you just tapped square.
Oh, hold to operate.
Yeah.
I can read.
To be fair, the message is only there for a second because you gave up super fast.
Kick that door, Raziel.
The pillars of Nosgoth,
Teach that door a thing or two about a thing or two.
whole and uncorrupted. I had never beheld him in this undefiled state. Yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
What up, Kain?
He's hanging out, you know.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain. Though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius
Probably.
trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose.
Oh wait, no, I think this
You
is
will
actually
pay for your
the
betrayal.
beginning of Blood
And
Omen 1?
balance will thus be restored.
I'm trying to remember where in the
Nosgoth.
timeline this
And
happens.
whose will is satisfied there? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Maybe it's
Guide me
before
better
Blood
than
Omen 1,
manipulated
because, like,
by
weren't
you.
the pillars, like, weren't some of the
Yeah, they're
pillars
not all
must...
fucked up.
Turn
Yeah.
and face me.
So I think this is before Blood Omen 1.
Over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you.
Stop being
die a
poetic, let me
coward's
fight
death.
you.
No.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nutraptor, finds her.
Also, there's a tick
Racked
crawling
with
on
grief,
my computer
tormented by
monitor.
suspicions of
That's not
treachery,
great.
Nutraptor plunges into a madness which overflows.
Hold on while I
all
unwrap
of
this
the
piece of
Guardian,
paper and try to kill it.
including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What
Hey,
makes
remember when you
think
picked the bad ending?
You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel.
Speed
Revenge
Slasher
is
in your YouTube
motivation.
chat just says
At least
all
it's
caps.
honest.
Oh, all capitalized at the start,
Hatred.
at least. Gaming has
Do
become
it
dangerous.
It's true.
30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. As the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species.
Man, I
Will
love Kain.
ensure that.
He's kind of great.
If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice, and thus
Like,
doom
did
the
he just
pillars
talk
to
down
an
Raziel
eternity
so hard
of
that Raziel
collapse.
turned off his
Either
laser
way,
sword?
The game is rigged.
We agree then that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless.
They didn't put bugs in me, they put bugs on me.
Isn't
There's a
that
distinct difference.
A monumental secret, hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself.
No, but tell me though,
Unearth your
Kain.
destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently, sir. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
That'd be fucked up, Kain. You'd have to be really good at flipping a coin to get it to land on its edge.
Or you'd have to flip it a lot.
Yeah. Also, hold on, I'm gonna hit this, like, BRB text real quick and, like, flush this tick down the toilet.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Stop being gross.
What?
Having ticks. Oh man, with TFP gone, I'm in charge of the stream. I could say all kinds of horrible things and you wouldn't even know. What a terrifying thought.
Oh, I forgot to mute the thing back. Oh well.
Should probably use that power responsibly, though.
Okay. Everything's unmuted.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah. We're good.
You back?
I'm back.
Alright. Don't listen to anything from when you were gone.
I mean, I wasn't planning on it.
Yeah. Never watch your own streams.
I don't. Are you crazy?
You had to live your streams.
Yeah.
Or do you want to watch them again?
Just gonna run around.
That's why none of these videos are ever edited.
You found out the secret to why I switched from doing recorded LPs to doing streams.
Is because you're lazy?
This is because
I
I'm
didn't
super
know what
lazy.
impulse stayed my hand. Why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little. And yet, I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn. But if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
That sure looks like a, hey idiot, you should go into the spectral realm sign.
It's almost like there was something you should have done there.
Did I miss something going into the... Oh, wait. Is Ariel here? No.
That whole cutscene.
What'd I miss?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Did I fuck up and
No,
get
it's
the...
fine.
Oh.
I actually thought this was totally the part we ran into Ariel here, but apparently that is slightly later. Just spoilers, you'll come back here again and quickly get the hand for a bit.
What? The pillars of Nosgoth are important? I never.
They're kind of important. So yeah, it turns out Kain was fucked from the start. Because when that one dude went crazy, it hit Kain as a baby.
Well, that's rough.
So like newborn Kain was already driven half insane by the pillars getting corrupted. So this whole thing was fucked up from the start. Also, those guys, horrible
Yeah.
little afterlife goblins.
I want to say Smaug, but that's not right. But it's something that sounds
Slaw or something like that. It sounds like just slaw.
some delicious coleslaw.
Yeah.
Except coleslaw is gross.
From the
But
moment of my arrival,
I've never had coleslaw. I don't even know what it is really.
it's like
palpable
shredded
sensation
cabbage and
was
mayonnaise.
someone
Oh god. Neither of those things are good to begin with.
interested in my presence here.
We used the energy sword on the Sundays, and it became a Wednesday.
It's a hell of a sword.
Yeah.
Also, I kind of like the way it looked better in Soul Reaver 1.
From the look of
Yeah.
it,
Like
this
here it looks
door
almost like a
had been
gas
sealed for
sword.
centuries. I began to realize it was no
Back
mere
then it was straight up
coincidence
laser
that I
sword.
found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own.
Also, I like that now
and
Raziel is
bearing
suspicious
this
of the
unique
birds.
Key. And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
Check out that evil fucking door.
Yeah. It's got.
Check out that dude on the evil door.
Is that Janos Audrin?
I don't know, it's a weird blue vampire man with wings. It certainly looks familiar. He's got a big Soul Reaver emblem on it, so, you know. All these things are probably important.
Probably. Okay, there is one thing that, despite having the camera control, oh boy. There's no up and down camera control. It's like Doom.
Oh god, I forgot you fought these weird shadow monsters from Ico.
Oh god.
Yeah, how's it going?
Soul Reaver is eating me.
Well, you shouldn't have let it get so aroused.
I really shouldn't have.
You got it all worked up.
I gotta show it pictures of Soul Reaver's grandma.
Showing pictures of Soul Reaver 1.
Also, these weird shadow monsters don't have souls for me to reave and eat and restore
Almost
my
like
health.
the horrible shadow monsters of some sort.
Almost.
I like the weird effect on those shadow guys when you hit them where they, like, briefly
As
get
I entered
smaller.
the chamber, I sensed that it had been
Like, they have a weird
sealed for
shrinking
hundreds,
effect when they take a hit that I
perhaps
really like.
thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never
Also,
been
regarding the
seen
earlier
by
loss
human
of
eyes.
Constrict,
The
I actually like to
surrounding
think that
murals
Raziel
depicted
just
a
never
winged
thought
race,
of manually
their
turning things
features so
with his
like my
hands
own.
before.
Beautiful.
And, like,
Where
during the
mine
time
were
travel, he
grotesque
realized he could just
and
do
angelic,
that,
while
so he
mine
got
were
really
demonic.
embarrassed and now just pretends
I
he doesn't have
tried to
Constrict.
decipher these images. A great war.
Also, hey, look, you're under the
Combatants
pillars.
like none I
Yeah.
had ever seen.
Those
The
things go deep.
pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated
like,
their adversaries. The winged beings again.
If you go all the way to the
writhed
top of the
in
pillars, it's like a
apparently
mailbox
afflicted
for
with the
sky
same
people.
bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber,
Rito mailman is just up there like, hey, what's up?
everywhere, images of the Reaver.
You want to sort
itself.
some letters?
Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I
So, hey,
wondered.
look, it's weird blue
Lies, Raziel.
vampire men
Yeah.
fighting something.
Oh, hey, what's up, Tony J? Oh man, you're here too.
Do not be deceived.
Yeah.
My ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Silence was
refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always.
Oh, Tony
I am the
J.
still center of the turning wheel.
He's
the
still a
hub of this
horrifying squid
world's
monster.
Destiny.
But perhaps
Fucking
not
horrible
so
Lovecraft thing
omnipotent as
crawling
you
up from the
have me
depths.
believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Also, interesting factoid there that he apparently
Indebted.
exists outside of
You would
time
have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't
and just
ask to be
recognizes you
bestowed.
despite the fact that he's not going to meet you
forget
for
that
thousands of
forced me
years.
to inhabit this vile carcass?
Look, man.
I restored you to yourself,
time.
Raziel.
It,
I mean, he's a
Kain
horrible
who
Lovecraft
destroyed
Elder
you.
God squid thing.
The very enemy you've just
Checks
let
out.
slip through your grasp.
it,
Do not
it keeps
fail
on
me,
slipping
my servant.
into the future.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel.
Oh,
But
Raziel.
beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your
I like
heart.
sassy Raziel.
Cain is a sinuous beast. He
And
will
you're gonna like the rest of the
seduce and
series.
deceive You. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate. The purified
It's turning.
cycle which
Rebel
sustains
1.
all life.
Action.
Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my Soul Reaver, the scourge of the vampires,
Yeah, that's the name of this video
reaper
game.
of their apostate souls.
Always got to get the
Remain
time drop in.
steadfast. End the vampire's parasitic curse and restore Nosgoth.
I'll be your Soul Reaver
Belongs on
too.
your hands.
Kain indeed
Remember that
deserves to
Payday
die for condemning me
trailer
to this repugnant form.
with the guy from Breaking
When
Bad
I kill him,
Oh, yeah, I do,
be for
yeah.
me alone.
that ended on him going, I need my payday
Cain
too.
destroyed you without a flicker of remorse.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest,
He
I remember
tore
that
the
trailer.
soul from your
I
noble
just now
corpse,
realized
and after
that
you had
that was
served
a
him
title drop in
faithfully
that
for
trailer.
1,000 years, he
I've
discarded
never
you in the
connected that
abyss
line
on a
with the
jealous
title of
whim.
the game.
Remember your
To be fair, it's not like I
rage
thought about that trailer on a regular basis or anything. I saw it like once and that was it.
Every once in a while I think about that trailer. When I think about dumb title drops.
I will probably think about it more often now that I know that was a dumb title drop.
Oh god, PS2 swimming. What was the first game that had good swimming controls?
I don't know. Also, it's a really good point in your YouTube chat.
Yeah, Tony J would like you to live as a windrammer as you fuck.
Again, how were Kain and Raziel not Soul Calibur guest characters?
That's a great question.
Would have been so much better than fucking Darth Vader and Yoda in Star Killer. I'm trying to think of the first game that had swimming that was not, like, awful.
Or at least swimming and walking, you know? Like I'm sure to go down and say hi to Tony J, the squid monster?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Find a walkthrough again.
Your destiny beckons.
Hey, what's up?
Honestly, I should not have closed that.
You really shouldn't have. And I should have one open also, but...
It's alright. This game is better designed. I think you'll be able to hopefully find your way through it with some ease.
It's just I kind of am at a loss for, do I need to... Now that I've met Squid Tony J down here, do I need to, like...
Also, just checking, but whenever you're back on land sometime, hold down R2 to go into the free aim mode and then try shooting with triangle.
Aha! That works, and it looks really cool.
Alright. Just check.
And it has a little, like, marker that shows you where you're shooting.
Which is handy. It's nice to know where you're shooting.
It is.
Osgoth, Reaver Door.
There was a thread on Reset Era recently about Legacy of Kain. And apparently Kain and Raziel were guest characters, not only in that
Tomb Raider thing.
Not only in that Tomb Raider thing, but apparently in like a weird J2ME phone Lara Croft poker game.
Fucking
So
what?
you can play poker against Kain and Raziel.
Oh, I would love to play poker against Kain and Raziel. Now I just want it to be like Poker Night at the Inventory, but full of fucking these guys. Fucking Tony J and Kain and Raziel hanging out playing poker.
The ghost of Tony J playing poker.
Kain would win every game.
Think of it this way, Raziel. I flip this coin. If it lands one way, I have a royal flush. If it lands the other way, I have a full house. Both of them beat your two pair.
Where is the... Okay, I think I went too far forward.
But think of it this way, Kain. Every once in a while, the coin lands on its edge.
Apparently you just leave that room to the east.
Okay.
The room with the Elder God in it. What we're learning here is that you're really bad at finding doorways.
To be fair, this game is super dark.
You could always crank up the brightness.
I could. I have to do it like from my TV or from the capture
Isn't that what you had
card.
to do for Soul Reaver 1, in fact?
No, because Soul Reaver 1 had a
something
bright...
else you had to crank the brightness on.
Soul Reaver 1 had a bright... It was Blood Omen I had to crank the brightness on.
Ah, right.
But Soul Reaver 1 had brightness like as a setting, which this game does not have.
To be fair, Kain would totally pull 5 aces on you because he would have gone back in time and gotten another ace. He's that kind of asshole.
Not a doorway to the east. Oh wait, is that a door? Hold on. Oh god, Raziel.
It said you'd look to the east and see like a pair of glowing crystals leading into like a cave thing.
There's the save on
I think the
this.
directions on these things might all be messed up somehow.
Great.
Because every time I've seen one of these things that says a direction, the direction is just not quite right.
Unless, like, hold on.
Because, like, yeah, watch the cutscene, Raziel and the Elder God, blah blah blah.
There's this place with the save podium to the north.
Oh, okay, apparently it's go underwater then east.
Ah, that.
Because there's a part about dive into the water if you want to talk to the Elder God, like swim to the bottom, he'll say something, I
It
guess.
did.
But
He did.
yeah.
Oh, there.
Apparently
Okay.
you dive in and then you go east.
You see it.
I thought the dive in was just to hear him talk, but it's actually also progress.
Check out Raziel's butt.
It's still fairly nice considering that most of it was burned away.
That's true.
Still got nice hips.
How much? Well, no, I'm not going to ask that question. Because the
Uh-huh.
answer is more than I want.
What were you gonna say?
It's going to say how much
You gonna ask about the whole Legacy of Kain porn?
Yeah.
Is that where this was going? I mean, I can find out.
No.
We go check the top, the usual places.
I feel like you already did that when you found the Raziel My Little Pony.
No, that was just a Google search.
Yeah, but that was like already too much.
I mean, there's not even a full page here, so there's a market, is what I'm saying.
That's disappointing.
Also, it's like almost all human Raziel.
No,
He was pretty hot.
That's true. I can't believe there's no like William the Just based on that. I died.
This appears to be all Kain on Raziel action. Outside of one or two characters from like Blood Omen 2. No wait, no, there's one of Giannis Audrin. No Forador.
Lame.
It's not easy being green.
It's not. I'm glad the shadow monsters are also in the spectral realm. Ow. Stop it. Oh god, right. I forgot the thing about spectral realm and water. And how you can't swim in the spectral realm because water's like
water
air.
Doesn't carry you.
Yeah. I don't know why I went back to physical realm. I probably should have stuck in the spectral realm. Swimming! Oh, wait. Maybe.
Speaking of phrasing problems, this guide would like you to beat off the 3 shades that are waiting for you at the top of this pool.
Uh-huh. I'm telling you.
Just saying, apparently Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain fans just, have a hard time with the wording.
Look, man, even vampires get horny sometimes.
Yeah, but Raziel doesn't even have a dick.
I surfaced into a very
He lost it in the
distant
incident.
landscape. The daylight barely
Oh, is this the
penetrated dense
swamp
canopy
from
of this forest.
Blood
Here
Omen?
I discovered an ancient
It's
ruin,
definitely a swamp.
unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp.
I think this is totally
I
the
didn't
swamp that's in
currently
Blood Omen.
possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
I mean, maybe you'll see something soon that would confirm that.
Oh. Jeez. Swamps are not fun to walk in, it turns out. this way, probably. Raziel says, fuck this door. Hey!
Hey,
Mordor!
So,
that guy.
my lurking
I like that guy.
observer was
He's cool.
exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered.
He is honestly probably one of the
I caught a
coolest
glimpse
characters
of
in this
him,
whole series.
and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the Stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the Circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him. But first, I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
Vorador asks, what are you doing in the swamp?
Damn it.
You had to know that was coming.
I didn't see that coming at all. It really bugs me. That should not have caught me as off guard as it did.
We're just Silent Hilling it over here, just running past enemies, don't mind me.
It's probably fine.
Save points. Living dangerously, not rotating my saves.
It's probably fine.
Oh god, doggy. Hold on, while this cutscene's happening.
There appeared
It's
to be
gonna
a
crank that
passage
brightness a little
leading
bit.
northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was obstructed and too high for me to reach. Perhaps
well,
later I would find the
that's
means
too much.
to bypass these obstacles.
That's better. Can I still climb? Oh yeah, I can. Not that way. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. But more importantly, I can see the video game. It's not just a
Seeing
black
video
screen.
games is important, especially if you want to get through the video game.
Yeah.
Also, I don't mean to alarm you, but I'm pretty sure this also won't be 60 hours of gameplay.
Probably not. The back of the box doesn't say anything about that, though.
Okay. You know, I'm actually going to look this up on how long to beat.
I did this
It's been
in
so
one time.
accurate for us in the
Oh,
past.
yeah. As long as it's not the gunmetal guy.
Hold on. I think my house may have just been infiltrated by a dog.
Oh, my.
I'll be right back.
That's no good.
There it is.
Oi. I am a nice human vampire ghost. I'm not an it. Give me your soul. Thank you. Is this a door? It's not a door. Oh! Okay. This is progress. Is what this is. I didn't realize that. At least I hope it's progress.
My lurking friend was nowhere to be seen, but I found these ruins even more intriguing. I recognized these arcane symbols from the chamber beneath the pillars, and realized that this shrine too was sealed to all but the bearer of the Reaver.
Eh. Oh, hello. Oh, you've got a shield. That's uncool. Now I have a shield. Now this wall has a shield. Oh. Okay, there's nothing over here. Which means... I'll go over here so we can go... Whee! T-pose through a wall. And beat up some slugs. Very rude. Now I eat them. So we become... Go back to physical realm over there. What's over here? Some more slugs. Slugs. Weird ghost vampire men that I eat. Okay, I need to be human. For that door. Oh, what's over here, though? Nothing! Well, that looks fancy. Oops. I can't make that jump, can I? Nope. I'm gonna go with I can't make that jump, and I have to come back here later. But then again, it seems like I need that to go through here. So... can I, like... oops. Nope. Oh. Wait. Nope. Not big enough. Which tells me there's probably a puzzle somewhere. Like over here. Oh, wait. Puzzle solving music kicking in. Oh, wait. It's over here.
Alright, I'm back.
Press square to imbue with dark.
How's it going?
I'm trying to imbue my Reaver with dark, but it's not really...
Sounds pretty metal. I had to take a brief break because the neighbor's dogs came over and infiltrated the house. But things have been set right.
That's less than ideal.
They're friendly dogs.
I'm trying to figure out how to solve the puzzle. And that is, it seems like I need that thing. Does this mean my Reaver is already imbued with dark, or...?
I mean, I think you would notice. I feel like you would notice if your Reaver was imbued with darkness. It seems like a thing.
Yeah.
Dark Forge. See, if I'd been here, I could have seen how much progress you made in this place, so I would know where you are.
I switched to the Spectral Realm once and switched back.
You switched through a gate. You switched and went through a gate and then switched back.
Yep.
Alright. According to this, you should backtrack to the room that you came through the gate. Try to avoid fighting thralls. They're going to leap out of the ground and attack you. Head to the east or west walls and climb up. A cinema ensues.
Aha! I need a cinema. Hey, look at this winged dude.
This ancient shrine, murals depicted
He's probably
the
not
winged
important. I wouldn't worry
race,
about it.
the apocalyptic war against their mysterious and equally
All these shots of blue
inhuman
vampires with
adversaries.
wings probably don't mean anything.
These winged beings, it seemed, were not only the architects of the pillars, but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the pillar's chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
What? Oh well. Come on. Ow. Rude. Well, this looks promising. It's the Kenny Omega crystal. And the moon. I feel like early Ratchet and Clank. Oh wait! Press square to rotate. Oh man. Good job, Raziel.
Didn't even have to make a magical ring around it or anything.
No.
It's crazy.
It's amazing. How could he do that without having to make
You know what I would actually like?
What?
If you still had constrict, but they never told you how to do it in game, and it was never useful. Like, if you still had it, you just never used it, because you can just turn things with your hands now.
Apparently, like, I was reading a thing that was like, oh
yeah,
no,
like,
yeah, it's...
you can turn it on in debug mode.
Yeah.
But I would kind of like the idea of them actually leaving it in, and you just never bringing it up, because you don't actually need it. You have learned to turn things with your hands, it's fine. This is a relic of a worse game.
Oh, hello. I find it very funny that one of the hot new techniques that the enemies have in this game is the ability to block.
I mean, hey, it's valuable.
Yeah,
That staff.
it's a cool staff.
Shit looks impressive.
Fortunately, my cool staff ended up in a wall, I think. Hold on, let me try to constrict here. It's not working, make me mad.
Ah. Can't believe they would deplete your moveset like this.
I can. Oh. Well, huh.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't really do what I was expecting it to do.
So you lost again?
Not yet, but almost.
Okay.
So I figured since I spun the one thing this way, I would have to spin that along the way to keep the light going, but... Actually, let's try this. Let's leave this going. Yeah, that way for the moment. Beat up these sluags. Also, I feel like our pronunciation of these are just going to change every time.
Probably. But it's not important because those guys don't matter.
They don't.
It's not until it's revealed they've actually been behind this whole thing the whole time.
Ah! Oh, that's alarming. Hold on. Oh, that's adorable. I forgot my brother got a new phone, so I got a text from a number that I didn't recognize, and it was just said picture, so I was like, uh-oh.
So you just texted fuck off and then
No.
blocked it?
But then I looked at the picture and saw it was, oh, right, that's my brother. Aha! Puzzle solving. Nope. Oh. Oh, open the magic, Raziel. I'm literally having a bro moment. Jokes.
Oop, hold on. I'll be back in a
Oh.
minute.
Now I'm here. This is a fine mess I've gotten myself into. Oh, wait. Thanks, weird ghost tree. Oh. Hey. Now I can stick the shield in this door. And end up over here. Oops. None of those are the correct option. That's unfortunate, is what this is. Oh, wait. Wait, I have an idea. Oh, god damn it. That doesn't seem to be... Oh. I'm trying to shoot projectiles at puzzle targets, video game. Oh wait. Am I supposed to shoot it? Hold on. At this? Keep letting go of the wrong button. No. Okay, new moon, crescent moon, big moon. Let's try full moon. I'm so confused. Oh, I wonder if I need to have the Soul Reaver out when I do this, because the Soul Reaver has a different... Well, that solved it. Except it kind of didn't. Gonna shoot Soul Reaver projectiles at things now.
Back again. How goes it?
Puzzles.
Alright, how lost are you, scale of 1 to 10?
Like a solid 7.
Okay, need help?
Yeah.
What was the last cool thing you did?
I shot a Soul Reaver projectile at a thing to get a light to break out, so now I have this light that I can spin at different phases of the moon. I don't know which phase of the moon I need to spin it at, because none of them... I figured there'd be like a cutscene when I found the right one, but none of them are the right one, apparently.
Apparently there's a movable column. It said to spin the reflector so it faces the west wall, and then to move a column somewhere.
Aha! Press square to grab.
Yeah, because that column has like big dumb handholds on it.
It's like Indiana Jones up in here. And then I guess go back to wherever that room is.
Man, gunmetal gothic.
Huh?
The gunmetal got gothic.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, there were some changes in that last mission. Let's see. Column. It says to glide into the next room, whatever that means.
I'm just gonna go this way.
You know,
It's probably wrong, but you know.
it's fine. You'll find your way to the right place eventually, probably.
Soul Reaver 1 have a compass, or is that new?
That's new.
New.
Thankful, and it's very welcome.
Another reason not to get lost.
You say that.
Don't watch the first 20 minutes of the stream.
Reminds me of, I'm not sure if either of you played the original EverQuest.
Nope.
I did not.
So there was a lot of skills you could work up by using them in the game, you know. You might remember fishing from other MMOs, or baking, or crafting armor. There was this other skill, it was called sense heading, and it literally told you what direction you were facing. And you had to mash that thing hard to work it up, just to know that you were facing north.
Here's a cutscene. That's positive.
And at one point, someone made this app that, so EverQuest specifically did not allow you to alt-tab out and like look at websites in the background or anything. So someone made this app that effectively forced overlays on top of EverQuest using DirectX. It would give you a map and Internet Explorer so that you could post on forums and stuff. And they shut that shit down hard.
Huh.
It's weird.
It was weird times.
I don't get why you wouldn't want someone to like alt tab out of your video game.
It was probably about anti-cheat at some level, but I think principally they didn't like the idea of people having access to maps and guides either.
Yeah. Just kind of a figure it out yourself type thing.
Yeah, Verizon
Sort of the
Interactive
purity of
was
the experience.
weird in more ways than one. So their descriptions of the stats that you allocate to your characters, they each had like strength does this does that, and they kind of gave you know, a vague outline with some of that in the instruction manual. So none of it was true, and so people had to guess and, you know, build their own formulas about what they thought all these stats actually did over the years, and some of them were basically worthless.
Oh,
Nice.
it's bizarre. Is there ever any explanation for why they did that?
Flavor, I think. Yeah, EverQuest had some famously odd design decisions. I think the other big one was that all races other than humans had an experience penalty that varied from race to race, as well as all classes that weren't considered pure classes had experience penalties on top of that. So like a human warrior would gain full experience, but like Xar Shadow Knight would get a double super experience penalty, for instance.
Huh.
That seems odd.
Oh god, it's all coming back now. Sorry to make this the EverQuest screen.
No, don't worry about it, because I'm just...
I'm just enjoying
So
TFT.
EverQuest had this, also intentional, EverQuest had this thing called Pearl levels. Once you got to like level, I think it was 40, every 5 levels, that level required like 3 or 4 times more experience than the preceding and subsequent levels to level up. And this was on top of experience loss on death and corpse runs, and you could actually, it wasn't just experience loss on death, where, you know, you could take you down to 0 on that level. You could actually, level
lose
down.
levels.
Yeah, you could level down on experience loss.
rough.
Trying to say is games were arbitrarily mean.
Tell me about it.
And on PvP servers, and on top of everything I told you so far, when they got to take your weapon and I think one piece of your inventory.
What happens if you just didn't have a weapon?
They don't get to take it.
Okay. So you always get to keep at least one weapon.
Only trust your fists. EverQuest will never help you. Okay, old man story is over.
TFP, you seem like you're having problems.
Yeah. I think I've messed up this puzzle solving section pretty hard.
Oh, you ripped that man in half.
I did though. That was worth it.
Alright. Last thing you did.
I think
Four
I
columns, reflector in the middle,
yeah.
shot a thing.
I think I maybe messed
Firebolt
up
to the symbol.
the other room hard.
Da-da-da. Hold on.
When Raziel pulls back his scarf or whatever it is, I just imagine like he's about to chug a keg of souls, and like everyone, all the vampires are gonna be standing around going like chug, chug, chug.
Stick your face in the well of souls.
I mean, Raziel
Just
would
put a funnel down his throat and pour the souls.
Ah!
in.
Four columns, hit the symbol, brings in some light. Turn things so it faces the west wall, southwest corner of the room. Column you can move. Move it with the action button. Drag it to see cinema shows it's in the right position. From the northwest column, jump and glide into the next room. Pick up the disc in this room with the action button.
Okay, I didn't do that.
When he has too much, does he like throw up souls all over the place?
Sadly, no.
What does vomiting a soul even look like? Just coughing up light and skulls.
Some sort of sick reverse fatality.
Oh, jeez.
What's up?
No,
buddy?
I just remembered that this room is actually like kind of far away. Oops.
And according to this guide, you're like halfway through the Dark Forge. Actually, a little bit more than that.
That's good.
Say closer to 60%.
We will probably just find a save point and then call that a first Soul Reaver stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is 2 hours, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm just not sure you're gonna find a save point before you get out of here.
Then we'll finish this and then we'll... Ow. Dick. Stupid slugs. I need to remember where the... Oh, it's probably up here, I think. Yeah. Over here, and then we go down here. Then we go up here. No, wait. Okay, you said something about move a northwest column.
No, it was from the northwest column, jump and glide to the next room.
Ah.
As you move that one into position, you turn the disc, you get a cutscene that's like, yo, all the stuff's in the right place. Then it just says, from the northwest column, jump and glide.
I get it.
And then in that room, apparently, you're going to find some kind of disc on the ground.
Yep.
You take to another room and put in an empty holder.
I thought for a second that I fell too far and we were going to have to do all of that again, and I was about to be very upset. But everything's fine.
Snap, when this is over, it looks like Kuso Grande is on.
Oh?
That's the bad video game thing. Oh god, hold on.
Game looks like a smooth 3 frames a second.
Oh no.
Okay. I was about to get real worried for a second, but everything's okay. Well, we stuck that there, but there's a moon in the way.
Alright, can't be Captain America anymore.
Pick up the disc, go west, young man. In the next room, you'll see a girl with the same symbol on it as the disc. Go to the store and it will open automatically.
Yeah.
The forge room, the empty call holder at the north end, place the disc with the action button.
Yep.
Turn to the forge room and rotate the reflector until it shines on the west wall.
Okay, so now we go to the other part. I actually went there first, but I guess I was not supposed to go there first.
Follow the newly opened path and phase through the next gate.
Yep. Okay, what do I do with this light then?
I see. Okay, you rotate that to the west, and you get the thing already?
Yep.
That happened. Stream delay still.
That's fine. I'm fighting slaves.
Go to the next gate. Continue north until you reach the next planar portal. Head back to the room you were just in, where you'll be attacked by some thralls.
Yep.
Just kill the sorcerers at a minimum, or you will probably never make it up the wall you must climb.
Yep.
Head south towards the next reflector. Burn it so it shines toward the reflector at the north end of the room.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
Alright.
Oh, it is facing north. Okay.
Alright then.
What next?
Shines for the reflector at the north end of the room. Head north and grab the pillar on the west wall. Pull it until a thing happens.
Trying to grab a pillar on the west wall. None of these pillars are grabbable.
Apparently sometime in 1996, someone said, what if we made Super Mario Brothers for the MSX with no animation and grid-based movement?
Oh, that's terrible. I think maybe part of the issue is that the reflector that I pointed it towards isn't facing like the right way, I think. But I don't know how to get up there.
Climb back up there. Are you sure you can't move either of those pillars up there? Little column things. Uh-huh. What are you laughing about? Oh wait, never mind. I'm hearing you over the stream.
I'm laughing.
And also you.
Yeah, because I was
I
laughing
need to
at
mute it. I need to mute it for now because there's no game audio happening.
there's ambient music.
Well, yeah, but there's nothing I need to hear.
Yeah.
There's no sweet, sweet voice acting.
I'm trying to... Wait, this is the north wall. Is it a pillar on the west wall, like, up there?
I guess it says... Let me read it exactly. The thing... Okay, head south towards the next reflector. Turn it so it shines toward the reflector at the north end of the room. Head north and grab the pillar on the west wall.
There we go.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Was it up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you think it wasn't up there?
Because I thought west wall, it would be down there.
But it said to climb the wall and then
Oh, that's cool.
your direction, like, it told you what to do and then you still somehow...
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay. We're past that now.
Yeah. No, we're good.
No, sorry, just watching you do it on the stream and realizing that, like, I was literally looking at that pillar when you jumped off and being like, are you sure you couldn't move any of those pillars? And then you just ignored it, and it was like, oh, you never even checked. Oh, no.
Look, man.
Alright, but you pulled that pillar and you jumped across the thing.
Yeah. We do it.
My head's gonna explode.
That's bad. You shouldn't have your head explode.
I shouldn't, but here I am.
Well, now there's a cool sundial.
Yeah.
And a hole. I probably shouldn't have done that, should I?
Hello, what did you do?
I fell down the hole. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, you maybe shouldn't have done that.
It's okay. We can just get back up there very quick.
If you say so.
And I do. I'm very trustworthy and good at video games.
If you say so. I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there.
Mhm.
You say you're trustworthy after the betrayal, and you say you're good at video games after the gunmetal. You're spitting in the face of a lot of evidence here.
Such is the way of modern life.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's my alternative truth, that I'm very trustworthy and good at video games. Also, whatever, I beat gunmetal.
Yeah. How long did it take you? Was it 2.5 hours?
It's not 2.5 hours. That was for the PC version, you know? PC version's shorter.
Mm-hmm. You know, apparently for a completionist run of Soul Reaver 2, it should only take you 15 hours.
What about for a regular run?
Regular run, main story, 10 hours. The longest recorded run for the PS2 version of Soul Reaver 2 is 22 hours and 42 minutes.
So anywhere from 10 to 20 hours.
Yes.
Good to know. Okay, don't go down the hole.
Here's a 30-minute Soul Reaver 2 speedrun.
Jesus.
Specifically 30 minutes and 9 seconds.
Oops. And I jump stop there. There'll be a short cutscene. Wait, what? Here. Okay. Ah. Puzzle solving.
Did you solve the puzzle?
I did.
Congratulations.
I burned the moon.
It had it coming.
Fuck you, moon.
Full piccolo on it.
I don't need your shit.
Who does? Is it ever done for you?
Now I can use the Dark Reaver, I guess.
Nice. See, wasn't that worth it?
I mean,
Just think, there's only like 6 more of these temple dungeons to go.
yeah.
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control. And I, merely its helpless puppet. The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy
what's up?
that emanated from within,
Ready for a long cutscene?
drained this place
Yeah.
of its power.
That's what's coming.
Thus
I'm okay with that.
the Reaver released me, and I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
I wonder if these are like the forges that... Oh, hey, my health bar increased. That's cool.
Yeah.
Forges from Blood Omen that were like this item forges that would... You could sacrifice life for items.
Maybe.
Now
not sure
I
how the
understood
geographical
purpose
layout
of the
works out.
mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
So yeah, that's what those weird little table things are.
Concentric
Makes
circles,
sense.
one
As you unlock
eclipsing
more
the
Soul
other.
Reaver forms, those
I
will just turn
recognized
on
this
all over the
symbol
place.
from the
And it's
door
like, hey, you
sealing
want,
that
you
other
want a different
ancient
Reaver?
shrine, the
Stick
one
your
I
hand
had
in.
seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
Whoa. Epilepsy warning. Doot, doot, doot.
You're a ragged excuse for a savior.
What up, Vorador?
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering,
Vorador's the
are you the
last.
catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origin, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the Pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction, or their salvation?
Neither.
That's not an option I gave you, shit.
Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Seraphan. And now the same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Seraphan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the Pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Seraphan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Seraphan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
Later.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I how to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
All right. Let's look for one of them save points and call that a stream. I know there was one somewhere. But that,
No, there was one back where the Elder God was, on the other side of the swamp.
yeah, but there was one in the swamp. But I don't
Oh,
remember
okay.
where in the swamp is the issue. But I think I need to go back to where the Elder God was anyway, so...
Yeah, that is the direction to head. So if you want to go there, you can, or you can avoid it. Either way.
Oh, the one in the swamp's right here.
Okay.
There we go. That's Soul Reaver.
That's Soul Reaver 2.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
The first part of several. I'm gonna guess, like... I don't know, you want to take a wild stab at how long this is gonna take?
I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna err on the side of caution and say 6.
Okay.
Anyway.
I like that was you erring on the side of caution, because my erring on the side of caution would have been like 8 or 9. But alright.
Well, like 2 hours, and you said that the
Yeah.
average one was like 10. So
Yeah.
anyway,
We'll see.
we'll see. We'll figure this out. I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button. Night, everybody.
Alright.